We finally had a high-scoring weekend of fantasy, and it's just a shame that I don't have any good players. This is going to be fun. Strap yourselves in. It's time for the weekend wash-up.
Get around him! Get around him! Push up! Oh, and he's talking a bit of trash too!
What a joker.
He's coming off. Get him back off. Get him off. Get him off. Come on. Rocket. We can't hear.
Disgusting! That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's in me! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Yes, that's right. It's that time of week. We're back again. I'm your host, Matt, and joining me is just the lone soldier, Dave.
Yep.
And honestly, congratulations, mate. What a round.
Oh, it's solid round. Not
Very solid round.
Yeah.
Well, when you compare it to other rounds.
When we compare it to some other people in this room, it's not so. It's pretty good.
I'm in need of this.
Yeah, mate.
This podcast.
How are you feeling? Like
pretty fucking
the weekend
grim,
that was,
to be honest, mate. Yeah, managed to poison myself Friday night, so Saturday is a complete write-off. So I'm bloody stuck on the couch all day watching my team just full-on capitulate.
Yeah, dark Saturday.
Yeah, not great. It was good to get out there today, have a hit of golf. That was good fun.
No, golf was fun. It's very nice weather at the moment in Perth.
It is. Good time of year.
Yeah. No, it was a good round for myself. So yeah. We could probably get straight with the scores, hey?
Let's get stuck straight into it.
Yeah.
And I can't even bring myself to say it. It's fucking disgusting. 21.05. Which was lucky to get to 21, honestly. I thought I was going to be short. And it's not good when you're looking around the leagues to go, is there anyone with me? Is there other people having a stinker?
Who's with me, boys?
And literally nobody is with me. Not in my leagues.
Mate.
It was... maybe Jezza was with me, but
you got a win in one of our leagues, hey?
Yeah, but that's not saying much, quite frankly.
Yeah.
No, look, I was a country fucking mile behind par. Rank dropped down to 6K. Just too many shit cunts to deal with, to be honest, David. I don't know what to go. I don't know what to do. The writing is on the wall for my season here. I think I've dug myself a hole that I can't get out of.
Really?
Which is insane because 2 weeks ago...
You think you're done?
It was all right. I think... next week I could be done.
Yeah.
It has to happen next week.
Yeah.
Disastrous. Anyway, bring us back, Dave.
Yeah.
Carry the pod.
2,266 this week. That was a round rank of about 2,400, and I'm up to 513.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were about... I think I was about 640, 650 last week, so
massive.
Haven't gone up. I mean...
No, when you get to those ranks, though...
Yeah.
Every 100 spots, you climb, you're clawing your way. Clawing your way in there. So you're within, 100 points of...
Yeah, I mean, around that 100-point mark of the 100 spots, so...
Which is nothing, really.
No. The only concern is, I think, there's some of those teams... the top teams, obviously, they're piling it on.
They are piling it on, but we have noticed that there's, some poor benches out there, should we say. So
yeah, number one, his team is very, very good. You've got to tip your hat to him, but he's got a few gaping holes on the bench.
And he's not the only one. So, yeah, they're going to put ground on us, but by the time we get to the buys, I don't know.
Yeah.
You've got a solid bench. So
just got to be smart. Just got to be smart from here.
I think you're right. You're right in it.
No capitulations.
You're right in it. And I believe Jord went about 22.05.
Yes.
So
yes, he did. So
if he had rocked up, I would have
sitting
had my
there.
ass right up there again. And
actually, you 0-2 now.
And I tell you what, I'm gonna be up there a lot.
Oh my god,
I'm gonna be up there a lot.
I wonder what the stats are here. You must be on 5 or so.
I'm on at least 4.
Yeah,
I think I'm 4. It's fucking grim, isn't it?
That's pretty funny.
Is it?
Yes.
It's a classic. All right, let's grade my trade. How about this?
No.
Oh, grade this. Tommy Powell out. This is another shit pick. John Newcomb. Well done, mate. 90 points against the Eagles. Fuck, did he care? Fucking terrible. And then, if you thought it couldn't get any worse, I traded Davo, who again, I guess that was all right, to Cozzy Pickett.
Yeah.
Well, I brought in Cozzy Pickett.
That is wild.
Look, I'm just about content. at the end of the day?
No. Mate, we didn't even mention Pickett last week, which was a bad miss from us.
We completely missed him, and it was literally a comment on the article. And I was like, hang on, let me look deeper into this. And I watched the first 5 minutes of the game and knew I was fucked.
Really?
Because he's playing, he's getting centre bounces.
But they swap.
It's not like Rankin centre bounces where he gets barely any time on ball.
Yeah, he swaps straight away.
Yeah. Now, in the second half, he did what I thought he should have. And playing the fixtures, I think, was a fair idea because I look at some of the other blokes that turned up in that game.
Yeah.
And he's got the Eagles next week, which in that role, he should have a field day.
If he doesn't ton, will you be like absolutely fuming?
Well, I'm almost at the point where my team's so shit I don't care.
Oh, no.
Which is a bit depressing. I can't be like that.
It's round 7.
No, it's still raw this week. I'll get back on the horse. I'll be back next week. I'll be watching that game, and hopefully Cozzy can lift me.
Yeah.
Lift me. So anyway,
fingers crossed.
How are those for some D- trades?
It's probably fair.
It's a trading game at the end of the day.
Yeah. I went prior to Bustlinger. Was glad because I was tossing up Pryor or Reed, so that was obviously a good choice in the end.
Very good call.
Bustlinger, he had 25 in that first quarter and it was looking amazing.
He was looking good. I think you got to take the positive, and they had a good win.
Massive win.
And obviously he was all right, and no other rookies did well.
Yeah.
Really.
I think Carroll... He's a mid-50s guy.
Maybe, but you were paying an extra
100K.
You were paying an extra 100K.
Yeah. So maybe he... Yeah,
Bustlinger could be a mid-50s guy.
Yeah,
so,
and then I went... like you, I sent Davidson packing, which was a good call in the end. And Petrarca came in. And 114 points from him.
That's just a pretty simple one.
He's looking very good again. So
very good.
Yeah, that's just a straight A for me.
Yeah, no, and everyone got Petrarca in this week because that was just a no-brainer.
Yeah.
At $890K.
Yep.
And I'm getting John Newcomb for $100K more. It's just fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Let's hear this out. Oh, this is going to be good, I reckon. I'm looking forward to it.
It was borderline full-on capitulation watching the second half on Saturday night of Kieran Briggs. And to think I let this guy off of baking last week. Remember, he scored 39 points, and I said, no, I'm going to fucking take down Will Ashcroft. And well done, Will.
Yeah,
he responded.
Yeah, no, he did respond.
He responded well. So that's bad coaching by me to let Briggsy off, right? He is a fucking oaf of a thing. Seriously. Have you seen the bloke? At 3/4 time, for the second week in a row, Kingsley has had to go full Minson. Get Minson off. Big fucking I've seen 2 games of Kieran Briggs in my career, and I'm seriously sitting here wondering how the fuck this guy was ever a semi-capable ruckman. Like, forget about, he's, a top 10 ruck in the comp.
Yeah, yeah.
He wouldn't make it in the waffle from what I've seen the last 2 weeks. It's insane.
I can't believe they gave away Matt Flynn now.
Well, bloody Flynn. Oh, I don't know. That might be where I draw the line. Mate, it's just ridiculous. So this is a guy who averaged over 90 for 2 consecutive seasons, returned from concussion to average 90 over 3 weeks. 39 and 50.
Yeah.
39 and 50. Yeah. He's averaging 44.5 for me. He went backwards from the end of the second quarter too. He was on 51 at the end of the second. It is genuinely insane. He has ended my season full on. This is worse than Sweeter. This is way worse than Sweeter.
It is worse.
Middle of upgrade season, and I'm having to get rid of a ruckman averaging fucking 40. Mate, I don't know. He's ended my season. At the end of the day, quite frankly, I hope that's the end of his career. Get Brig Prusy back. Fucking joke. Take the mic away from me.
You know what? Well said. That's really good.
I'm sorry. It's not...
That's the best one of the season.
Yeah, look...
100%.
I'd say it's not personal, but it was.
Yeah.
It was... But that's deserved. 39 and 50. His coach had to drag him because he was to put... Who'd he put in the ruck?
Riccardi.
Fucking Jesus.
I know 39 was real bad last week, obviously.
No, this one hurts
But this
more.
one was so much worse because he was on 48 at half time.
He was on. I'm telling you, he was on 51 at the end of the second. He
Yeah.
went backwards.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, that was...
He's getting dropped next week, for sure.
You reckon he'll get dropped?
Well, he's been dropped for the last quarter, 2 weeks in a row, and they've been spanked. They're going to go, mate, Jake in the ruck. Why would you play a ruck?
That is wild. So he's
No
been
good.
that bad. I mean,
Mate,
that second half is crazy. Yeah.
Proof's there.
Well,
yeah.
we'll go on to
Yeah,
my
back up
loser of
that
the
one.
week.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard. Mine is Tim Taranto.
Oh, that's
From-
a bit stiff after 120. But no, this is probably fair.
Well, from hero to zero.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not ideal that Jack Viney was hanging off him every time he went near it, and that can be seen in Viney's 15 tackles. But, you know, sometimes you just need to dig deep
Yeah.
and just show a bit more fight. Like, start tackling him back,
So you reckon he...
throw your weight around. He did at one point,
He
and the
rolled
umpire's fucking...
Oh, yeah,
That,
was
was
a
gutless as fuck from the
good...
umpire.
Yeah, that was a good hit.
Yeah. One tackle from Tim. That's,
One tackle?
Yeah, that's not good enough.
And he loves a hug. No,
No,
that's
not good enough. Not good enough
So
at
that's
all.
where the points were.
Yeah, mate, and he kicked 2 goals and he scored 76. So
Well-
that's concerning.
The concern was, I think he'd be fine next week. But once the game was done and out of hand in the last quarter, he went and sat at full forward.
Did he?
And I know
Fuck.
because we had him in our multi,
Oh
and he
my
was
God.
on 20 touches. I don't know, with plenty to go on the third, and he had like 2 touches in the last. One of them was a goal.
That's
But,
concerning.
he's going to start in the middle next week. So,
Yeah,
Nah,
of course.
yeah.
But still,
but that was no good.
yeah,
You're right.
it was. Yeah, when I saw that, I was pretty flat, to be honest. But what can you do?
No, absolutely.
Winner of the week for you, mate?
Well, it's good that I've got this bloke in my team. Max Gawn.
Oh,
Well done. Which I've torpedoed the podcast again because our hope for a hat here,
Yeah,
I told you to trade him out.
you did.
Which at this point, you've got to be thinking, do the opposite of what I say.
Well, I did say.
frankly.
I did say in our group chat that anytime you give advice on
advice?
ruck trades,
This is a bit of a theme, isn't it?
I will ignore you. That is now a note to
So-
self. So, and I think
Now-
I think everyone
Everyone listening take
must
note.
take note. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
No, it's embarrassing. But no, Max Gawn, well done. More poor coaching from me, as I didn't pick the most obvious VC of the round. But welcome back, Munter. Like, he has been awesome.
Yeah.
Suddenly going 127 in his last 3, which is just massive. So, in the end, he was actually a worthwhile pick.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
almost averaging 110 now.
Yeah.
Price going back up. 25 disposals and 9 marks. He just absolutely dominated this game from start to finish. Until almost the finish, when he got benched in the last half of Q4, which that would have been very annoying for those that had him VC.
Yeah, mate.
As a guy that didn't have him captain, I was like, okay, I can live with that. He's got a good score. But he was going 160.
Yeah, I heard that he wasn't too happy about that as well. Like,
No, he was spitting it.
Yeah, and because they did the Tigers kick a few goals or something.
They actually brought it back, to 4 goals.
So
He still won the medal. He still dominated. So, yeah, look, unlucky for those that had him captain. It could have been even bigger. But, yeah, no, that is an absolute monster.
ruck one.
Yeah.
Mine is a man that, I don't think we've given him a winner of the week yet.
We haven't given him his flowers, and I think it's time we do.
Yeah. Bailey Smith,
Well done, mate.
132 points, 32 disposals, including 19 kicks, 5 marks, 9 tackles, and a goal.
So good.
He did all he could out there today for the Cats and has proven to be pretty much the easiest pick in Classic and a top-end draft pick. Averaging 114 for the season, and he has to be a week-to-week genuine captaincy option with those top-end scores that he's been producing.
He's been amazing. I think, what you said with the fact that everyone had him.
Yeah.
We probably haven't, given him his flowers.
No,
but
no.
it doesn't go unnoticed,
Yeah,
Gaz.
yeah.
And 132, that is an absolute monster.
Yeah, I mean, he has this in him. Those, just, as I said, the top-end scores where he goes real big, 130s.
And he doesn't have poor ones in him either.
Mate.
He just gets it done.
Yeah, he is getting it done, and I guess teams preferring to go to Holmes in terms of a tag option as well. So
Yeah, and, I think Bailey would fly it through a tag. A little better than piss week, Homer, to be honest.
I'm looking forward to that Cats game as well.
Yeah. No, that's a monster.
Yeah, so shout out to him.
Absolutely.
We'll get on to the games.
Get on to the games, mate.
Yep.
Let's get into it.
So we started with Melbourne and Richmond. Salem, 139. So he's averaging 100 now.
He's been very good.
Yeah.
There was when I think defenders against Richmond, the amount of junk I see there
Yeah, right.
is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Obviously
We'll see,
talk about
yeah.
it in a second. But yeah, he wasn't the only one to chip it about back there.
So, yeah, he's been very good to start the year. Max
Unreal.
Gawn, as you just said, 138, back to ruck one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't argue it.
Jake Bowie, 123.
This is unbelievable.
He's averaging 97. His last two scores of about 110, now 123. Have just been beautiful for 4.5% of the comp.
This is one where, because I'd not really seen Melbourne play,
No.
and so I'd not really seen Jake Bowie play.
No.
So I looked at him last week, and he was there was a clear option for me last week with my trades, and it was going Petrarca, who I wanted, and then the other value guy was Bowie. But I didn't realise he was like that, David. He was fucking unbelievable.
He wasn't just like
He's-
junking? Was he?
But he's got the role.
Yeah.
Like he's got the role.
Yeah.
At what was he, 830k last week? He's still an option this week, to be honest.
What's his price now?
The concern is he was just a 90 guy before that.
886 now.
So he's probably priced at what he was doing for the most part until this fixture against Richmond.
Yeah.
But, I mean, what a pick for those that have him.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that in some of the top teams, there's a lot of...
His ownership at the top would be a lot higher.
So I won't be picking him up, and I'll be waving the wand around.
We're going to have to.
Joking.
We're gonna have to.
Jeez, I'm not that facetious.
No, I would.
You would, definitely.
Absolutely.
Christian Petrarca, 114.
Pretty good.
Yeah, popular trade-in option this week, averaging 106 now in his last three. So,
No-brainer.
it was a no-brainer. And they've obviously got West Coast next week. So,
Yeah.
And
I can't get him.
yeah, he just looks back to his very best.
Nah, he looks awesome.
Yeah.
He's in the guts too, which is nice to see.
Yeah, it's good. Jack Viney, 113. Yeah, as I said, 15 tackles, was running with Taranto, who, scored a measly 76 with 2 goals in that. That could have been a real stinker for Taranto.
He's put his score on top of him with tackles alone.
Yeah.
That is massive. 15.
Yeah, 15. I'm telling you, there was multiple times where Taranto would get the ball, but Viney's already hugging him.
It was a bit of a run with, and I've seen that. What was the other game? There was Tim Taranto. I think he got Bedford when he played cheated. So the teams that just run a tag every week, he does cop them.
Yeah.
It's like he avoids them, which is slightly annoying.
It is. Rivers, 110. So last 3 average of 104. He's looking pretty good now. 28 disposals and 12 marks. Is he worth a crack now?
See, he feels like the type of guy I'd bring in.
He goes 60 again.
He goes 65 full Cozzy. Like, if I traded Trent Rivers in this week, he does not go 110.
805k is Rivers with a break even of 50. So, you could look at it, but I'm not sure.
I'd be Bowie all day, 100%.
For 80k more?
As a guy that's owned Trent Rivers in keeper, I just, I wouldn't be doing it.
Okay, fair enough.
Not for me.
Xavier Lindsay, 98.
That hurt.
Yeah.
That's unreal. It's
I'm telling you, this is a bit of justice.
Justice?
Oh, God, yeah, it's justice, mate.
No, that was probably fair.
Yeah, 11 marks. Most of these would have been on the switch. Yeah, out on that far side. He's going to start making us some seriously good money again, and he's going to just be so good to have on field.
I think, the big thing I thought a couple of weeks ago when you guys were considering trading him out was you had to hit pause because of the fixtures.
Yes.
So the Tigers, and then he's got the Eagles next week.
Yeah.
Which could be another monster.
I think so. Out in the wing as well, or like halfback or whatever.
Oh, he's going to continue to rack up.
Yeah.
No, that's a massive one.
Yeah, and when I say justice, obviously his injury and stuff.
No, that was completely fair.
Yeah. Clayton Oliver, 88, 45-point third quarter, saved this score big time, mate. Which is, say he only goes 30 there. It's a bad score.
Watching that first half, I was prepared to fucking rule him out. Like, he's done.
Really?
I think he was on like 25 or almost like... he was on, at best, 30 points at half time.
I feel like he started on the bench as well. I know, is that something to look into? as well.
Yeah. Because on that first bounce of the game, Clary was on the pint.
Yeah, mate. Very...
Yeah, in that third quarter, he was awesome. So he's got it in him. And that obviously lifted the demons in that game. But outside of that, he was fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, look, he went 88. He's fine for now.
Anyway, 22 disposals and 7 tackles.
He's going to have to go soon, though.
I think you want to keep... You want to hold him to the buys, probably, right?
I don't know. That's one of those that if you're one of the good teams and you cull your shit players off the field, if you can move early on a Clary to a gun...
Surely you go rookies off first, though.
Well, yeah. It depends. Depends how much value they are.
Yeah. Okay. Trainer, 73.
Yeah.
Just a solid hit out after last week's horror show.
It's just a goddamn shame that they didn't just give him a week off. Just say, hey, go sit in the stands, mate.
Oh, mate.
Instead, they said, go fucking run laps after the game for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That's just bizarre.
Yeah. He's got Hawthorn, West Coast, then North coming up, and his break even is 54. So let's hope he can, string a few more.
He's fine, but he could also go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You reckon he could go?
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
I was looking around for who I'm trading, and it's either I've got a couple of 300k blokes, or if I'm looking to make some cash.
Yep.
All of these guys scored pretty well this week.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah,
And
interesting.
then speaking of guys that can go, Lawler 41. So
No, he can go.
a little bit disappointing.
100%.
If you had him on field. Collingwood, Essendon, Nick Dacos, 120 scary hours, 31 disposals, 7 tackles. I've got something marks, but I don't know why. One goal, 2. Pretty funny that his first touch was a goal with 15 metres of space in the first couple of minutes of that game.
Tell you, when you got Sam Durham playing on you.
Yeah. We saw with
Field
Jordan
day.
Dawson.
I know.
I can
Got to be the worst reverse tagger in the league.
Yeah.
He is genuinely the first reverse tagger we've ever seen.
Yeah. He's,
Fucking joke.
But Nick Dacos is just a mistake of a player.
I mean, I go and I look at his last 5 and I look at his scores, and that was obviously 2 or 3 weeks ago. Just that was like a must.
Yeah.
Must trade.
What's he
That was a big
averaging
miss.
now?
A lot.
Yeah, he's
That's
averaging
a fair
107, and in his last 5, it's 120. Last 3 of 129. So
Last 5 of 120. Well, there you go. And you wonder why I'm ranked 6k. Fucking embarrassing.
Josh Dacos, 119,
Massive.
36 disposals and 9 marks, including a couple contested. So I know people have gotten into Nick for no contested marks in his whole
Has he-
career yet.
Yeah,
so,
no. Still looking for number 1.
Yeah, he's bottomed out now, has Josh. So might be a nice target as a pod. I don't know. What do you reckon?
What's he price? Yeah, no, what's he, 914?
914.
I mean, he's the type of guy that before the season, I thought in that roll down back, he could be a 100-plus guy.
Yeah.
And he hasn't been that so far, but maybe he goes on a run now. No, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
That is one I would look at. Yep.
Definitely one to look at, I
For
think. Side bottom 114, like fine wine.
Unbelievable.
Won the Anzac Day medal and dominated the contest with his 35 disposals. He's been a great draft pick or waiver pick, however you got him. But yeah, just it is wild.
Because
I think he's averaging like 95.
I thought he was... So he's only 34.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought he was like 36 or 37, like
Yeah.
Pendle's...
You know.
Okay, yeah, I don't know why. But no, he's only 34. So
Yeah,
he does
still-
have some... We've seen Bokey fucking
That's
dominate.
true.
So obviously you're not considering as a mid-and classic, but
No.
yeah, it was a great draft pick.
For sure.
I disrespected him.
Yep. Darcy Cameron, 103. He's just getting it done. I think he's R2.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe TDK is, but
No,
he's
been
around
very
that mark.
good.
He's been very good.
Yep.
Pendlebury, still in a sidey with 102.
Unreal.
He's been a good draft get as
They've
well.
got to drop off at some point.
Yeah, you'd think
But
so.
for now,
But
yeah.
for now, they live on. Zach Merritt, 106, solid, but we'll keep dropping in price with the high break even.
So this, I experienced this with Zach Merritt last year. When you're paying top dollar for him,
Yeah, 106 isn't really
it's
satisfying, is it?
It's a lot of just low hundreds, and then he'll randomly knock out this 150. You just
Yeah.
need a hope.
Yeah,
You're on board
He's
for
got. I mean, he's got North next week, so
Well, and I think he loves, from memory, does
Yeah.
love a piece of North.
fair
As
enough.
many
too.
players do.
Ned Long, 95, great pickup, has the role, and just looks like he'll score well and make owners money at the same time.
Well,
so
I mean, I speak about the moves last week. It was 100% getting Longy, because that would have got me Dacos.
yeah, oh right,
Yeah.
last week's trades.
Yeah. Ned Long was the option.
And what did you do instead?
I got Cozzy and John Newcombe.
Oh, so you could have got Dacos and Long.
Which is...
And
the
you got
fuck thing
Newcombe
is,
and
I
Cozzy.
still would have had a shit score. But it wouldn't have been as shit. And I'd have a better team. So, yeah, it's just a disaster all round. No, he's a great
Interesting stat from this week, though, is that Ned Long only had 53% CBAs. So
I think...
I don't know
and
what's
he was low
happened there.
time on ground.
Yeah.
Maybe he was lucky to get to 90. Nah, he was good.
Nah, he was good.
Yeah.
You can't complain about that at all.
For sure.
And there's Zach Reid 74 was definitely the pick on field over Pryor 55. I ended up trading
The
Pryor.
thing
so.
is, Zach Reid is good at football.
Are you saying Pryor? No. Oh, jeez.
I am not sure.
Yeah, he might be in trouble.
Yeah.
But
it's probably his time to go if you haven't.
Yeah, for sure. And then Freo Adelaide. Brayshaw, 127, 37 disposals, 5 tackles, and 4 marks. He's just on a really good run of form right now.
Like, that's the perfect pick to pay up for.
Yeah.
Because Sarong is getting the tag
Yep.
pretty much every week. Now, I don't know if that's going to start changing given how good Brayshaw's been.
Yeah.
But when, obviously, there's those two that he's going to avoid the tag a lot. He tackles hard.
Yeah.
Finds the footy. It's always amazing to me that he has those stinkers out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Where, obviously, he goes on these poor runs, but he is just dominating.
He's a bit of a ball. Like, he can have some seriously high disposal games.
Oh, he's got a high ceiling,
Yeah.
for sure. No, massive.
Speaking of ceilings, Jordan Dawson, 100. 0 point last quarter.
Briggsy.
And he butchered it again. Lots of contested work, though, which might have resulted in him butchering it. But
No. I think I'm willing to call it most overrated kick in history.
Oh my goodness!
In history,
really?
yeah. Like he's
die on
got
that hill.
he's got a big leg. Like he can kick at 60.
Yeah.
But I saw someone post his disposal efficiency.
Yeah.
For the year, and that's for what is it? What are we 7 games in now? 56%.
Yeah.
Disposal.
No,
that's not
good
kicking.
enough. Yeah.
56%.
Yeah.
I think that's 3 weeks in a row he's gone at 40%.
Yeah.
He's a fucking butcher, mate. If it wasn't Jordan Dawson, well renowned for his beautiful left peg,
Yeah.
we would be going, this guy can't kick the football.
Yeah.
I don't know. Controversial.
Very controversial. But yeah, 0 points in that last
Still,
quarter is
from
so...
a fantasy perspective, he's still good. I don't know where the 0 point last quarter came from.
That'll never happen again, surely.
No.
Anyway.
But he won't get tagged.
Yeah. No, he won't.
The opposition might hand it to him.
Jordan... Yeah.
Here, mate. Kick it.
Please,
We
mate.
want a rebound.
Jordan Clark 99. Solid. But if you're an owner, you probably would have wanted more here. I think that Adelaide
good matchup,
is
isn't it?
pretty solid for guys like him. So
Yeah.
Laird 99. Not really much else to say there. Ryan 94. He's pretty low price.
You mentioned him.
Yeah.
before.
Well, I mean, you see these sort of scores. So what's he at? 836. Break even
That is
96.
For a man that we know can rack up.
Saints and Collingwood coming up into Giants, Port, and Suns
Are the
before his bye.
Saints? The Saints aren't that same matchup for defenders these days, though, are
No,
they?
I don't reckon.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Look,
But it's something to look at.
it's one to look at. It's also one that I feel like I'll just get stuck with and hate my team even more.
One to look at and pass up, possibly.
Yeah.
But yeah, still worth mentioning.
I have to.
Yeah, Isaac Rankin, 93.
Very good.
He's just getting the job done for us.
Nah, very good.
We take that every day of the week. And
Yep.
then, here we go, Caleb Sarong, 75. And would you believe it, 32 disposals.
So, let me do the maths on that quickly. That is about 2.2, maybe 2.3 points per disposal. So he may as well have gone out there and had 32 handballs.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you own Caleb Sarong, you would be so... like.
You
because-
went through this last year.
Yeah, I did.
And would you ever pick him again?
No.
No.
No. I passed up on him in draft in round 2
Yeah.
for that reason.
You knew.
For Max Holmes. He had 26 handballs, 2 tackles and 0 marks. 19 contested possessions though, but
Oh, he's a good player.
yeah, he
For
just
sure.
dishes it out to Brayshaw.
Yeah.
So
I know
Yeah.
the guy you want in fantasy. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I will say with Sarong, he's had a few like 160 plus point games.
Oh, yeah, he can string it.
That if he does have this random road game where he has 6 or 7 marks and 10 tackles,
He can string it together.
he could put a fucking monster on the board. But still, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
Still great player.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Murphy Reid 36 can go.
Yeah. He's been good.
Yeah, yes. He keeps a
Made
very
you
good
good
goal.
amount of catch.
But
Cash.
yeah, these sort of guys
Nah, it's time to
can
go.
go. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Over to you, mate. Saints and Brisbane.
Yes, I was on the couch all day watching footy and started with Saints and Brisbane. Slightly grim start. It wasn't a great game.
Okay.
But, so Wanger, he was really justifying what I've been saying in the first half as he produced one of the great butcherings. He could not hit a fucking target to save his life.
Okay.
But fantasy-wise, 131, it was massive.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
running through the middle a lot.
Right.
So that is something they're really looking to push.
So okay.
I still don't know if that helps his scoring in the long run. I think we've seen a few bad scores
Yeah.
where he's been
I didn't
stuck
think
in
that.
the middle.
So, okay, wow. So he had 56% CBAs on the weekend.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, yeah, look, I mean, he's been very good.
He
Very
has.
good.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great score.
Huge score. Lockie Neal, 128. He finally got off the chain in this one.
Well, they tagged McCluggage instead.
Yeah, that is a dual Brownlow medalist. Lockie Neal. Let him, what do you have? I think 28 and 2. So I think
31 and 3.
Oh, 31 and 3. Fuck. Oh.
Yeah, he took the
that
piss.
Is Ross is trying to reinvent the wheel there. That's bizarre.
Yeah.
You can guarantee he's getting tagged next week, though. So,
Oh, God, yeah.
Dane Zorko, it was good to see him back.
Yeah.
He was on 70 odd at like half time. He was just full taking the piss.
Oh, God.
124, that's massive. So he's probably bottoming out now around $1 million.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's a guy that I guess there's been question marks over his role in the last few weeks with the emergence of Fletcher, but I don't know, he's a guy that can also go 115.
Break even's 119, so
He could get that very easily.
Suns this week. I think they're Suns North Melbourne.
Could rack up.
Oh, that's
Some
some nice
Zork on your
fixtures.
floor.
Yeah.
That's a great score. Good
Yep.
bounce back.
Yeah.
Zach Bailey went 120. I think that's just, that's how this game was.
Yeah.
Dunks 113. So we're still waiting for that just ceiling score from
Yeah.
Dunks. He's just ticking him over.
Oh, mate.
But his owners just, come on. Just give us a 130 Dunks. Come on.
Averaging 111, so...
Yeah, no, he's been very good.
I mean, there will be a couple games.
There's going to be a game he's going to go massive.
Yes.
Absolutely. Hugh McCluggage tackled. How many tackles did he have? Because I know I saw him hugging in there a lot. 113.
11 tackles.
11 McCluggage.
See, you get tagged and you got to tackle.
Exactly.
So Tim Taranto, if he had fucking
If he
10
had-
tackles...
So if McCluggage has one tackle, he goes 70. That's how you do
That's
it.
how it's done.
That's how you fight through.
Yeah.
Will Ashcroft, well done. Good bounce back, mate. I think he had 35 touches. He was genuinely just on his own the entire game. Like
Wow.
it was
35.
ridiculous.
Impressive.
Oh, he racks up. I don't think he's a great fantasy scorer.
No.
Like not the guy to sprint into space for marks. We know that.
No.
Not the type of guy to lay, huge tackles.
He's a
but-
good player, though.
But he's never going to get tagged, and he's going to rack up. Yeah, and he's a good player. Of course he's a good player. He's a Norm Smith medalist.
We got reminded about that.
Oh, gee, you would have thought we didn't realise. Did they realise that he had fucking 13 touches last week? And one of the worst performances we've ever seen. We just call it how we see it. Rowan Marshall, 107. On my radar this week, the big road dog.
Dangerous.
Well, because, I mean, you rate him. I know how much you rate Roy.
Yeah, I love him.
And he's the type of guy that has a 150 in him.
Oh, God,
And at this point, that's what I need. So I'm hitting a 6 this week. And he's almost 900K.
He's 934 with a break even of 130.
Yeah, he'll get that. Who's he got?
Freo.
Oh, he gets that easily. Yep. Road
He's in.
I'm on. He's in.
Oh, very good.
Okay, concerns for me here. Massive concerns.
Yeah, you're in a bit of trouble
Jackson
now.
McRae. I'm in massive trouble.
Yeah, you're in
because
big trouble.
He was looking... I don't want to say it.
Oh, no.
but he was looking a little bit slow and shit and washed. I don't know. It was not great.
Oh.
It was an ugly 95. I'll
Was
say
it?
that much. Junked a little bit late.
Yeah.
Didn't threaten, the scorers to get a ton. 107.5 is a long way away at the moment. Like, that game we watched when he had 150.
Insane.
And he was so good. And now the Saints are getting pummeled, and they're getting pummeled in the midfield. I don't know. I tell ya, when he's next to Jack Steele, it doesn't look great.
Yeah.
That bloke is fucking done. I don't know. Is he like injured, beaten up, or I don't know? He looks poor.
Steele?
Yeah, 91 points.
He scored 91.
Yeah, he just looks poor to me.
What
I don't
did
know.
he have? He had he had 29, 0 marks, 6 tackles. Fucking hell.
Plotter. Jack Sinclair, he was solid, 95, was quite good.
Yeah.
Jasper Fletcher as well, 81 points. He's been very handy back there.
Yeah.
Now, not a classic option, but a great one in draft.
Yeah.
Levi Ashcroft, 65. In this matchup, there was so much easy footy out there.
Okay.
Would have loved him to have gone to, 80 there. Like, that's the kind of score where now, I don't know what his break-even is, but it would be getting up into the 50s, I would have thought.
His break-even 61.
61.
And he's 658k.
So, I mean, that's one where
Can he
if
go?
he gets you to a gun, absolutely he can
Yeah.
go. I think he would go for me this week if I didn't have that idiot in the ruck. I'm not saying his name anymore. So yes, he can go.
I think he goes for me this week.
And then just lastly, how bizarre. And people got burnt by this.
I was weeks ahead of this.
Were you on the burner to Ross?
Yeah, Ross must have said, "Hey mate, what do you reckon?"
Hugo Garcia tactically subbed in the second quarter on 20.
Yeah.
That is just the most bizarre shit I've ever seen. Now, Zach Jones did come in, and he was actually quite good when he came in. But then I'm just asking the question, so why was he the sub?
Yeah.
And so something obviously must have happened.
Well, he was getting... Ross was on the bench in the first quarter, I think, and he was spraying Hugo
Yeah.
in
Gave
the
him
first
bacon.
quarter.
Yeah.
So he obviously wasn't doing whatever he's being asked
Which is,
of.
it's weird because I thought defensive, like he tackles hard. So does he just, off the ball, does he just not run? I don't know.
I don't know. Bit of hypocrisy here, but at 20 years old, you don't want to really be spraying him, I would have thought, when guys like Jack Steele and stuff are running
Ross.
around.
Oh, yeah. Well, because obviously we'll spray fucking
Yeah,
anyone.
we'll spray anyone, as has been shown.
If you're going to make an example of someone...
Yeah.
Why is it the 20-year-old? I don't know. That midfield of McRae, Steele and Garcia was looking... They need to get like a wanger in there, for sure.
Luckily, his break-even wasn't too... It was actually fairly low, so he only dropped 4k this week.
So, yeah, but
So his break-even's up to 76.
People started him,
yeah.
and had like Cleary on the bench. That's not right.
No, it's not right.
Tactically subbed in the second quarter.
Yep.
Nah. Ross, he's done us again. On to the next game, Port and North. And North, actually, this was a hot contest.
Yeah.
Obviously a bit of
Fair play.
JHF. There was a bit of feeling in it.
Yeah.
Those two sides, they do not like each other. I mean, there's not many sides out there that like Port, seemingly. They find themselves in a bit of biff.
Well, they've got a couple guys that just sort of ask for it, don't they?
Yeah, they do. So it was a cracking game. Zach Butters,
Oh, mate.
126.
How good is Zach
I think
Butters?
13 tackles. He just goes at it so hard. Some of the tackles, like he fucking nails
He's trying
blokes.
to, like, assault them.
Oh, he nailed Sheasel in an absolute beauty. Nah, he is. He's the type of guy I would love to get in my fantasy side just because he has a fucking crack.
It's good to watch.
Oh, it's good to watch.
He's,
sometimes he goes kamikaze, but
Yeah. He's averaging
he's
110.
I mean, he's epic, but he's quite expensive too.
Yeah.
So,
I would love Zach Butters.
he'd be a good one to have.
Maybe in the buys.
Speaking of a player, I'd love to have the big X-Man, Tristan Cherry. He's back.
Yes.
He's back. So only 2 tackles, but had, I think, 23 touches. Had an 11 disposal, I think, second quarter. So
Jeez.
he had a slow start and then just he piled it on. And Sweeter is a tough matchup for rucks. So the fact that he's gone 120 there, I think he's back.
And he's got Goldie next week.
I don't know. Who played Goldie this week?
Cameron.
103, yeah. No, I don't know. Look, the X-Man's back for sure.
The fact that he had 23 disposals and only the 3 tackles, I mean, he's gonna put it all together at some point where he has bulk disposals and bulk tackles, and it's going to be one of those 160s.
I think he's back. Well done.
Yeah.
Connor Rozee, 108, tagged by Darcy Tucker, the invisible man.
Oh, the invisible man.
Tony Snell.
Oh, my.
Tony Snell ran around there for 3 quarters.
That is one of the most insane stat lines I've ever seen.
Statless, apart from a couple hugs.
He has to be dropped.
So he was tagging Rozee. You can't make it up. And Rozee had 27. So I think he might have just lost that one.
Darcy Tucker. 3 tackles.
And you wonder why North is shit.
3 tackles, no touches in 69% time on ground.
You've got players like that in your team. You may as well have Will Phillips out there.
Oh, my goodness.
It's a disaster.
That's so bad.
Luke Parker had to endure that performance in his 300th. It's just not right. So 97. He's pure in the guts. Well, for the most part.
Yeah.
He's a lot of centre bounces. So, no, he's been a great draft pick.
Yeah, he has.
Great draft pick. The Shees, so 95. I've traded a bloke for 1.1 million, average 90. It's not good enough.
But
there is a silver lining from the bounce down. Like we'd been begging Clarko to do, he was at halfback. And not like, kind of halfback. No,
he had kick-ins.
He was halfback, kick-ins.
4 kick-ins.
Yeah, it was.
Daniel had 8.
It was the same role that he averaged 125 for those 6 rounds in last year.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed, and they were good. They were competitive.
Yeah.
So let's just hope. Yeah, strange. Like, because you see blokes like, Jack Sinclair, dominant. Yeah. Everyone rates him. Great player.
Said this.
Halfback. Connor Rozee, Port's captain, has gone to halfback, kick-ins. What's the media saying? Oh, genius call. Oh, it's turned their fortunes around.
Yeah.
But we have Harry Sheasel back there taking kick-ins and racking up the pill, and it's, cheap footy not impacting the game. Needs to have him forward to centre.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I don't know. So, look, halfback, it's one of the most important roles in modern footy.
Yeah.
And, if he stays back there, he could go on a monster run. So...
Well, fingers crossed.
Fingers are
crossed.
For sure.
Yeah.
No, I like the role.
Yeah.
JHF 89, pretty thankful he didn't get suspended here, as he was just trying to fucking belt everyone once again.
He went after Simpkin or something, didn't he, at one point? And it was all in.
Well, yeah, and Ken had to pull him over and be the voice of reason. The fucking ultimate...
when Ken's the voice of reason, there's something wrong.
There's strife. And because it was a full, Rozee was there.
Yeah.
And I think Butters might have been there. And they were talking to him, and he kind of half walked off as they were still... And Ken dragged him back.
Yeah, Butters dragged him back as well at one point, right?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it was Butters that
it could have been Butters that did that.
Yeah.
So,
jeez.
Look. But, hey, when he's playing well, he's great to watch. So,
yeah.
And he's been very good lately.
Yeah.
So that's a massive score.
We'll take that.
And we take that all day. Tom Powell, 77. He's just lost that.
Yeah. See you, mate.
It's back to last year. See you, mate. It's fair.
Wow, he had 39% CBAs.
Yeah. That was
29
obvious
the week
last
before.
week that he was,
That's
out of the main rotation.
It's a role change. Goodbye.
Yep. Caleb Daniel. So this is, with Sheasel back there.
Not looking so good now.
Caleb was looking very... Now, I will say Port are quite restrictive. So there's going to be some fixtures where he racks up.
Daniel's... Oh, geez. His last 4 games he's got hasn't hit a ton.
He's getting a free ride. And he will continue to get a free ride while he's got that role. But I'm just flagging it.
That is concerning.
He's been shit. Let's just say it how it is. He's been shit.
Could they drop him?
Well, there was talk. Where did that come from?
I think that was just Jordan being an idiot.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Sorry, Jordan.
I shouldn't have even mentioned that. Sorry.
Last 3 average of 84 for Daniel, which is,
yes.
Fucking terrible.
Free ride.
Yep.
Deserves a bake. Jai Simpkin, 51. So he'd been good this year.
He had been.
But
not.
That's a shocker. I mean, when you're playing half forward for North, you're going to have games where you don't see it.
He had 55% CBAs this week as well.
So he's in the... Yeah. Nah, it's just not a role you want to be a part of.
No.
And old Fossey, Finn O'Sullivan.
Old spin cycle Foss.
41 spin cycle. Mate, it was, I don't know if you saw it.
No, I wouldn't have.
On the final siren, it was so funny. He just gets the ball and does the Foss spin.
Yeah.
And it's just the slowest, shittest spin move I've ever seen.
Oh, really?
And someone just fucking nails him.
Oh, no.
And then the final siren blow. And because I saw him get nailed holding the ball multiple spins last week.
Yeah.
So he can spin.
He can.
Boss.
He
Not successfully, but can spin.
Yeah.
I don't know what else there is there.
Hopefully he comes good.
We should start getting points for spins.
Well,
Successful spins.
Well, I don't think he'd have many points then.
No. Yeah, it's pretty embarrassing. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty poor.
Giants versus Dogs, eh?
Yeah, let's move on to the
Proper
final
game.
game of Saturday. Yeah, this was a proper game.
At
and
least it shaped.
it was that's an upset.
Yeah,
Which, I mean,
mate.
the doggies have been fucking good without Bont. So you throw Bont back in there, it shouldn't be a surprise.
And we probably have to hold our hands up here with Bevo.
I mean, yep.
Send a couple guys packing that, McRae, Daniel.
Who we rated. Or you're ruining McRae and Daniel. That's actually, you've got me really self-reflecting.
I think you need to because he's got some
Bevo might be onto something.
He might be a really good coach.
And fantasy coaches might sometimes
just, yeah.
be blinded.
Yeah, be blinded is
So to
probably.
speak.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I would say
It's a
it.
fucking fair point. No Sam Darcy.
Yeah.
Like,
It's wild.
fucking hell. Jesus.
Drop Liam Jones.
I can't say I watched much of Liam Jones, but it was a big call. It was talked about a week.
No, well, Liam Jones is meant to be good, right?
No, yeah. Anyway, let's get back to the fantasy. Tim English, 124. Outside of a slow start,
Yeah.
which I can't really hold a slow start against him because he wasn't the only one,
Yep.
he's turned it well around.
He's been very, very good, old Tim.
124 there. So didn't have a tackle.
He's
but
averaging 101. And
So 107 in his last 5.
Yeah.
I mean, he was priced low hundreds, so he hasn't lost as much cash as some of the others. I don't
No.
know. That's turning out to be a pretty successful pick.
Yeah.
I think.
Yep.
Very good. Lockie Whitfield, man, midway through the first, I had this down so he was my vice.
yeah.
I had this down for a 160.
Yeah.
Because it was the Bulldogs were letting them chip it about. The tsunami was in full force.
Yeah.
I think he was on 36 from about 10 minutes on the ground because he'd already had his spell on the bench. And then just randomly, non-contact, making a 15-metre pass, goes down like holding, I don't know if it was, they restrapped his ankle. So in the end, I assume it was something on his ankle, but he grabbed like the back. I thought it was potentially like Achilles or something. Just the way it was complete non-contact.
Yeah.
I thought, shit, like he's done here.
Oh, God.
So anyway, they restrapped it and he went back out there and was moving fine. And
So he moved fine after it as well, did he?
Nah, he was fine. And then the Dogs, after the first quarter, they did stop that switch. So they, the fact that he got to 117, it's a great effort. I'll take it. You need him in your side. He's been very good.
I'd love to find out, I don't see anything here on Twitter or anything
What's that?
about, what he actually did in terms of the injury.
Yeah,
Maybe it
I
was just
can't
cramp.
explain it. Yeah, it literally, it kind of did look like cramp too in
Right.
the first quarter.
Well, yeah.
But then he restrapped it. I don't know.
As you say, the score's still
Maybe
a
they
good one.
strapped it too tight. I don't know. I'm baffled by it.
He forgot to shave his ankle or something.
Yeah, I
Ripped
dunno.
some hairs.
Lockie Ash. Fuck me. This game,
Very
it
good.
just
Very,
tortures.
very good pick.
Great pick. So this was my justification for picking Sam Taylor's stupid, but picking Lockie Ash with worst case, he goes shit and makes a bit of money, but
Mate.
he could be good. Well, turns out I owned him for his only bloody shit score of the year.
Yeah.
He's dominating.
Oh, my God. He's like...
Yeah. Well, I mean, his role was, him and Whitfield, it's same.
He's
Same,
nearly
same.
$1 million.
Yeah. So Whitfield gets a few more kick-ins. That's probably the difference.
That's scary.
And he actually looks really good
Yeah.
this year.
He actually does, yeah.
Yeah. So, it's a
Okay.
great pick and it's just a bit sickening for me.
Yep.
Kennedy, 107. He's been a great pickup for the Dogs.
Mate.
They've recruited so well.
That trade in the end has kind of worked for both parties because it opened up Hewitt for the Blues and
Yeah.
then Kennedy's gone over to Bulldogs and sort of taking the piss. And people that have Kennedy, you can't be complaining about that one, especially in draft.
Great pick.
Yeah.
Riccardi. So Riccardi 101 with 16 hit-outs. I'm telling you, he might start as the ruck next week.
I think he might. Yeah.
Which I don't know how tall he is. But, mate, Briggs is unplayable. Kingsley's dragged him the last 2 games. For old Jakey. I don't know. 101. How much is Riccardi?
Well, you want to flag it? Well, we've flagged it now. It's official.
Yeah.
$5.96.
$5.96 official flag. Briggsy out Thursday. I think it's happening.
Imagine Briggs is out. That would be insane. Riccardi scored 22 last week.
It'd be fucking justice. Okay, unflagged. Unflagged. Let's move on. Finn Callahan, 98. He's been solid.
Yeah, he has.
So, look, I can, well done, Finn. That's all I asked. Just get to 98. It's fine. Libba, 94. He's been very good this year. Not his best score, but nothing wrong with that.
No.
Ed Richards, what are your thoughts on Ed as an owner?
It's a little tough, to be honest. He's a very good player.
Because he's such a good footballer.
Yeah, but he's not getting out. He's not really pumping out anything too special, to be honest. And I saw Matthew Lloyd reckons that if you're going to tag anyone from the Bulldogs, it's Ed Richards before Bont, which is just fucked.
That is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. I did hear, he probably got a Champion Data.
It might not be dumb,
Champion Data came out and did say that the guy that influences Bulldogs games the most between his bad games and his good games is Ed Richards. I guess that's because Bont just never has bad games, though.
Yeah.
So, look, I think the problem is you'd look at Ed Richards in your team and then you just see George Hewitt and what could have been.
Yeah. See, this is the difference between my team and the top teams is that I have Ed Richards, Will Ashcroft and Tim Taranto, whereas they have Jordan Dawson, Rosie and Brayshaw somehow. I don't know.
Yeah. So I don't know.
How that's worked out, I don't know, but
I know.
That's where I'm at.
Have they been slid a few $100 under the table?
It's fucking joke.
So that's the exact same with my team, but then I got blokes like Briggsy and Cozzy.
It's because
I won up.
Started with some shit picks elsewhere.
Tom Green, so he's in the clear for that bump, which I think is rightfully so. But 87, fuck, that's not good enough.
No.
So he's not the 110 Green that we saw last year.
No, I'm glad I don't have him.
Yeah, I think Jewel got him in.
Yeah.
That one hurts. A few people would have got him. Joel Frazier, 84. He's going to be a solid draft pick. Obviously, we've all moved on, I hope, in fantasy.
Yeah.
The Bond.
This is good.
79
good.
points and subbed.
Yes.
Bevo, well done.
Thank you, Bevo.
Helping us out.
That's it. Yeah.
Because, he was just full taking the piss again.
Oh, mate.
He probably scored fucking 150 Supercoach or something ridiculous. Nah, he was...
Yeah.
He's the best player in the comp, I think. By a long way.
By a long way over Dacos?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
He is so good, though. He is 1.086 mil with a break even of 137.
Okay. He could get that. Who's he play?
Port.
Ooh.
Port into the Suns. Into the Essendon, into the Cats.
Okay.
And then they have their
He
bye.
will be in our teams at some point.
Yeah,
that's for
bye
sure.
around 12. So maybe straight after that is when you go for him.
There you go.
Yeah.
Early buy. Davo, 51. So we did well to move on from him early.
Yeah.
It was a toss-up, bit of a toss-up between Levi and Davo. So
yeah. Well, Davo
was a tough matchup.
I would have thought, Davo can definitely go now.
He's been very good. Very good, Davo.
Thank you, Davo.
Justice. It's a beautiful thing. Riley Sanders.
Shrek gif.
Full half-forward flanker and scored 51. So I thought when he scored 130 and people talking about him as a possible trade-in, and you thought, no, you can't do that.
No.
Not when. So, the Bont came back last week. He was kicked out of the middle. He just randomly pulled a 130 out of his ass.
Yeah.
So, look, you take that. He went 50. He's averaged 90 the last 2 weeks, and now he probably goes, I assume.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I would do if I had Sanders. Yeah. I mean, 50's not good enough. He has to go.
Yeah, you couldn't accept that.
Yeah, he has to go.
No. And Buslinger, 42. So, not the greatest score ever.
Yeah, mate.
Had a good first quarter.
Yeah.
In a great win.
Yep.
I thought he was a pretty good player.
Yeah.
He's not the worst rookie this week.
He was on 25 at quarter time. Wild.
The thing is, like, as long as the main thing is that he holds his spot.
Yes.
Because if he holds his spot, we've seen with like Reid, and he might not be Zach Reid, but like with Pryor, that if you can just tick over 40, 50, the odd 60, he will tick up.
Stone has showed that.
Yeah, Stone. Great
Actually,
example.
I didn't put Stone in here, maybe.
Oh.
Yeah, my bad.
No, 100%. He was actually, I have to mention him, he was very good. What did he go in the end?
He went 65.
Okay, so he was on 50.
He was on 50, wasn't he?
Yeah, so he was very good in that first half.
Yeah.
I mean, the concern is that he's a fringe player and they've just
lost.
belted.
Yeah.
So it's a slight concern. But at this point, he's made us over 200K.
He's ticking it over.
He's made us over 200K. So even if he did get dropped now, there's enough cash on his head where, well done, Stoney.
He's getting off strike and he's done well.
Yeah.
So
very good.
Yep.
Gold Coast and Sydney. I'll take this one.
Yeah.
As we were both out having a hit today, but we were watching the scores tick over and seeing the Chad.
Yeah.
Cheeksy. So Chad Warner, 24 and 2. That's a classic Cheeksy. We all know that. But he had some tackling to go along with it. So had 6 tackles to get him up to 119. So big score.
Okay.
850k forward.
Oh.
Given how poor he had been, I assumed he would be about 700k at this point. I think that's
just a bit too much.
I mean, when
is it?
When Petrat, but think about all the forwards we've got, right?
78% CBAs.
So we've got Petraka forward now, as well as McRae and Daniel aren't looking great.
It's one to think about, but I don't know if I could do it.
I just don't think I could do it.
Yeah.
No, neither. Matty Roberts, 114. This was massive. At half, maybe a bit of rush of blood to the head when I saw his score.
I reckon you might have just like 3-putted or something.
Yeah, I might have had a shocker, just hit a shank to drive. I called him a failed pick, and he returned serve with I think an 81 or an 82 point second half, and just said, "Stick that one up here."
Yeah, fucking right.
You fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Because what's he averaging? Like solid 90s now. It's back-to-back hundreds.
Yeah.
Failed pick. He's been a great pick.
It's been awesome.
Epic save. Just a great man.
Yeah.
Great man.
Wow. Look, next one.
Johnny Noble. That was a no-brainer. A no-brainer. I was looking at him. He was, I think he was 760 or 780 a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I'm bringing in guys like Cozzy. Johnny Noble, I think 5-round average of 104. He has the perfect role. Got kick-ins. Gold Coast are dominating.
Yep.
He's going to be a high 90s guy. At worst, you'd say.
I think so.
Fuck. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Great pick. It's just another great pick.
He's been very good. And very good draft pick as well.
Oh, elite draft
Yeah,
pick.
that's the kind of one.
Well,
they're the ones that win you drafts.
They're the ones that win you, and the ones that lose you are your Dan Riolis. Because this is exactly what we thought Dan Rioli was going to do.
Yeah.
Now, he had 93. He's been
did.
okay.
Yeah.
But it's still disappointing,
Yeah,
really.
probably slightly, yeah.
Noble's clearly the better option there.
Oh, yeah.
Humphrey, 103. 4 goals for old Baz Humper. So he's just a good player.
Wow.
Just not getting that midfield clock
He'll
to
have
make
those
him.
games.
Yeah, he'll have days out. Great player. Yeah. Riley Bice. So I tell you, the one positive we can take from this game is the cash gen.
Yeah.
Because these boys...
Oh, my goodness.
Few that were line ball just kept it ticking over. So Riley Bice, obviously 82, locked in for everybody, 100% owned.
Spice is just so good.
Yeah, elite. Cleary. This was massive.
Yeah.
Now, Kane, I would have appreciated this last week when I had you on my field.
Yes.
But that is huge for cash gen.
Huge.
And hopefully for his spot on the side.
Please.
I mean, you can't.
Please.
Surely they can't drop him after that. So 82 points.
Yeah.
Massive effort there. Same with Corey Warner. So 74. I thought he was going to get dropped for sure.
Yeah.
Don't know how he got to 74. And I'm looking at these fringe players for Sydney thinking, where did it go wrong? I don't know. Who are they going to drop?
James Jordan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, blokes like that. And so, Heaney, do you have any word on the Heaney injury?
No. I can have a look.
Yeah. I should look this up beforehand.
Yeah, because he was going off.
He was 44 points. Because I said, if I got Petraka, and obviously the hindsight move was Bowie, but the one I was looking at was I was short of Taranto, so it was going to be Heaney and Petrarca.
Yeah.
So that's what I said on last week's pod. And I was sitting there when he's at 44 at quarter time going, fuck this. Like, this is a joke. Here we go. Well,
you got away with it.
There's a kissing because he ended up on 70 points.
Yeah.
So 26 in the last 3 quarters and apparently injured. I don't know.
Did he go off? Like, was he out of the game?
Yeah, just had injured on the AFL app. I don't know if there's anything on Twitter. Sam Flanders, really poor. So 70 points. Just the graveyard shift continues for him. That is an absolute grimace shake special in draft.
Oh, mate, in draft, that's like full
he
killer.
He was a second round pick. It's a shocker.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was going to be this poor. Like, we knew he was going to go into that maybe Sheasel role a bit more, but he just can't
I wonder
find
if there's a point, like, maybe someone gets injured from their midfield.
Oh,
and he has like a 4-week period where he gets to go in the mids, and then
it's
he's
a great
like,
shout.
yeah, I do wonder if that'll happen at some point.
That's a good shout.
Yeah.
Brody Grundy, 54 points, so bloody hell. Speaking of draft killers,
Yeah.
that's a shocker. Maybe he gets dropped.
Yeah, maybe. Jeez, who do they have? Oh, Laddams. Fucking hell. You wouldn't want that. Okay. Carlton Geelong.
Yep, you take
Yeah,
that
Baz
over.
Smith, already spoken about him, 132, averaging 114 for the year. So, yeah, he's just been elite. Patrick Cripps, 131.
Massive. He's cheap.
Yeah, he would be very cheap now. So, what's he priced at?
I've just had a look at Heaney, and he was being assessed for a leg issue on the sidelines.
Yeah.
So there's nothing confirmed.
Nothing.
about it.
Okay. So Cripps 870k. I don't know if you could do it. It's a bit of a tough one. I'm not sure I would.
Yeah, it's all these blokes I feel like I'm going to bring in and just feel like I got stuck with him. But I will say, I don't know if something was bothering him because watching him the couple of weeks before, he just didn't look right.
Yeah.
Because first 2 weeks dominated, then he just didn't look right. Well, now he's gone, 130. He's obviously back.
Yeah.
870 is cheap.
Yeah, it is cheap.
That's fucking cheap.
Yeah, we'll have a look at it. Sean Manor, 118, great draft pick. TDK, Tom de Koning, 117, much more like it.
Yeah, that's a good effort.
Only
good
2
bounce
marks
back.
and 3 tackles as well, so it could have been even better, actually.
Well, they had a good win too, so... And obviously Harry's back, so I don't think you need to worry about Pitto.
Yeah, keep Pitto out.
Jumped at Shadows. Jumped at Shadows.
I think he was on like 70 at half time, so could have been real big.
Yeah.
And Jordan reminded you at half time that he got past him
it's
already.
It's like an alarm every 20 minutes. Time to be a cunt again.
Thanks, mate. George Hewitt, 114. The ton run looked to be ending at 3/4 time, but he said, "Come with me, boys," and scored 44 in the last.
Which, and I tell ya, I had him captain in my draft.
Did ya?
And I got over the line in the end by like 30 points.
He kicked
that was Sealer.
It's kicked the Sealer, and that was an elite
massive
kick.
I'd been disrespecting him all year.
He is,
and he deserved the skipper's armband. He did not let me down.
He's honestly so good. Like, he's so good.
Is it ridiculous to say that he's their best player right now?
No, I don't know.
Like, I know one of their blokes just had
he's their most
45 votes.
He's their most consistent player at the moment.
And watch Cripps get like 40 votes and George get like 15.
I get Cripps for sure. Cripps was pretty good as well. But Hewitt has been dominated, all season.
Hewitt is unreal.
So, fair play to him.
Unreal.
Walsh 97.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say about that.
No, he's been a bit like that.
Yeah.
Because I almost jumped on that as well. Averaging 101 for the season.
Yeah.
2 tons in 7 games.
Nah, fuck that off.
That's not good enough.
Adam Chera, 91. He looked to have hurt himself at one point, so hopefully he is all good next week.
So concerns with his groin, which we know, I mean, he's had all kind. I don't think there's a soft tissue injury he hasn't had at this point.
Yeah.
But he got back out there at the end of the game, so that was at least good to see.
Yep. Max Holmes, 65.
Yeah,
Duck, what would you like to say about this, mate?
I don't know. I didn't see the game. I only saw the last little bit of the game. So someone can. He's had some tags where people have sat on him, and I can live with that.
Yeah.
So Was Hewitt running with him? Which, number one, you got fucking smashed if that was the case anyway.
Yeah.
And the last week was a killer because he was on his own and looking like a massive score and only went 70. Now he's gone 65. I mean, there's been nothing in between.
Yeah.
It's been 120 or 70. You can't go back-to-back 70s.
No.
That's shit house.
73, 65.
He's 920k
God,
with a break even of 125.
He's got more shitter scores than he has good scores right now.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Way too many. That's so... Yeah, he's had 4 scores of under 80.
Yeah, that's really bad.
No, that's really poor. No, that's shit house. Maybe he's just a pissant.
Obviously, you're a Max Home owner, so you just have to hold.
Yeah, no,
And
I'm not. You don't
unless
consider
he goes,
trading him.
Yeah, because he'll probably...
He'll go 120 in the next week or two.
Surely.
Yeah.
Right?
No, he will. He will. David, he will.
Keep smoking the hopium, mate. Matt Carroll, 57, is getting it done for his owners as well, so he was an option this week. So
yeah, that was a good little one, wasn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, Hawks West Coast.
Yeah.
Here's the man you should have got.
Meekie. I tell you, the timing of the Meekie call was poor.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Yeah.
But this is just a little bit of vindication that I was hot on the Meekie for a reason. Because he's a fucking gun. 131 points, 19 disposals, 3 marks, 4 tackles, 58 hitouts. Fucking hell. So, little flag on that. Did come up against Matt Flynn.
Yeah.
Who has given up.
The reverse ruck tagger.
The reverse ruck tagger, Matt Flynn.
Oh, my God.
And who does he play next week out of interest?
Tigers. Reverse ruck tagger, Toby Nankervis. So, he's got a good little... Yeah, he's been good, mate.
Wasn't not the Tigers, mate.
Was it not?
No.
Oh, I'm on someone else.
Melbourne.
No, he's got Tigers next week. He's got the Tigers, then Melbourne, then Gold Coast, then Brisbane.
The Eagles literally play Melbourne next week.
Oh, who's Flynn playing?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
bit of confusion there.
Yeah, sorry. And I was just hinting at who plays Flinny next week.
Oh, God. Max Gawn. He's going to go 160.
It's going to be a minimum 150.
Oh, my God.
Reverse ruck tagger up against Max Gawn.
Gawn's going to have 50 hitouts, 15 marks, 2 goals.
Massive.
25.
That's probably unders.
Fuck.
It's going to be massive. Anyway, so, Meekie... Yeah, you're right. So, Meekie, I assume you were talking about playing Richmond next week.
So, no, Meekie, he's averaging 102 in his last 5, 116 in his last 3.
Massive.
We actually noted here he's scored 160 points more than Briggs in the last 2 weeks. So, there you go.
And he was about 80k more. I didn't even look at him. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
ridiculous.
I don't know how you've done that, but
nah,
fair enough.
Oh, shit.
Matt Flynn, 94.
I mean, he's
has
scoring.
gone 97 and now 94. Will be priced around 700k. So what's he at now? 710.
I saw an Eagles fan say that he was one of our ticks for the day, and I'm just sitting there thinking, how can your ruck be a tick for the day when the opposition ruck has fucking 58 hitouts?
And was best on ground.
To your 20.
Yeah.
He got fucking smashed. Took a couple good grabs. Good on him.
Yeah.
No, I won't be getting Flinny.
Well, you could do worse, and you currently are.
Way worse.
John Newcomb, 91, only the 20 disposals. So, yeah, yourself and other owners were hoping for a bit more.
A lot of people did that this week. Fucking hell.
Not good enough.
No. Gutless.
Yep. Ward, 91. Mackenzie, 90, with a couple of nice scores. Obviously, they're getting a little bit of midfield time with their injuries.
They'll take advantage of these easy fixtures.
Yeah.
For sure.
Dillmore, 85. Still not enough for me to have a look, I think. What do you reckon?
Nah.
Like,
you
they
can't
just paid
jump
West
on,
Coast, mate.
I mean, that is as good as a fixture gets.
Yeah.
I think he's going to turn it round, for sure.
750k.
But maybe he's just like an 85, because there's so many other good players now on that side.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
They don't need him as much. I don't know.
Yeah. Marriage, 74, 56 point first half. Yeah,
He
what
just-
you said.
Like, he has these moments where I'm going, oh, he's going like 90 or 100 here.
Yeah.
And then just completely falls away. So, 56-point first half, 18-point second half. And the problem is, he looks good when he's out there. And I need a 90-plus somewhere along the line to make this a worthwhile pickup.
Yeah.
To keep the cash gen going.
For sure.
Because I reckon his break-even now is going to be up in the 60s.
Yeah.
And if he just keeps ticking over 70s, well, he's hit his top. So, but he can go up. I can see with that role, and he's got 50-point halves in him. He's got a ton in him.
Break even of 60 right now.
Yeah. I need that ton.
Last 4 have all been in the 70s.
Yeah, I need that ton.
Well, he's got Melbourne and Richmond, and then the Saints. So, and then Adelaide. So
it's a good run.
It's a good run.
It's a good run.
You never know.
Yeah. Harley Cam Rayner Reid scored another 53 points. Is that just what he is?
Yeah, maybe. What did he?
That's probably not
2 goals, 19 disposals.
That's not a knock on.
6 free kicks against. My God.
He's an angry man.
I heard at one stage he went to the bench and sprayed them. The bench
doesn't shock me.
That
he's Harley against the world right now. I want to love him, but you just can you give me something, Harley?
Yeah.
And Elijah Hewitt, just lastly, 45 points. Grossi must just be sitting there shaking his fucking head.
Yeah.
Elijah Hewitt finally has a good half and suddenly see off to the waffle, Tommy.
Yeah, comes out with this shit. So, yep, he's pretty bad.
Yeah. No, it's absolutely no good.
All right, this game shits me?
Yes, this game shits me. And, yeah, this game, the entire fucking game shits me, to be honest. I'm actually just almost over it at this point, which is that's a pathetic sook attitude. So,
yeah.
Look, this podcast has helped me a little bit. I'll move on with my week. I'll come back next Thursday. We'll be ready to go again.
You're feeling better?
I'll be feeling better. But I tell you, one more week of this, another 2,000, and you beat me by 200 points. I don't know how I'm going to do the podcast next week. So I'll be up on the washing machine. I deserve to be.
Yeah.
It's just a joke.
I think you might have to be either way.
Mate, how the fuck does Kieran Briggs average 40 points?
Yeah.
40 points. If he was averaging 60s or 70, I could go, well, you know what? Okay, fine. 40! It's just that, can the game at least make a little bit of sense? Now, see, Cozzy Pickett, that's just shit coaching, all right? So I can accept that. That's fine. And the worst part is I'll be stuck with half of these shit players for the next 2 months.
Yeah,
so
I don't...
This is what I'm learning.
Yeah, Pickett.
Value is one thing, but just remember, can you stomach watching them play football? You've got to tread carefully. And there's some blokes in my team now that I'm thinking, I don't care what your value was.
Pickett, I think you'll...
there's plenty of lessons have been learnt for me. It's just now I have to rock up here every week knowing that my team is just fucking shit.
Yeah, it's hard.
Which is hard.
It's going to be hard.
It's going to get real grim. So
you'll pull it back.
Yeah.
You're a good coach.
And Jordan will remind me like a fucking alarm every 20 minutes.
He certainly will.
It's just a joke.
You just gotta
I've got to keep fighting. I've got to keep fighting.
Yeah, you have to just fight through the tag.
So yeah. This game shits me.
Yeah, so mine is just looking at those top 25 or so teams. It really shits me. Because how are their teams so much better than ours already?
How did they get... They've got 6 uber premium mids.
Yeah. No,
what?
Literally, first place is nearly 500 points ahead of me.
Mate, I saw a stat on Twitter.
Yeah.
That was percentage ownership in the top 1,000, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe it was top 10,000. I can't remember. It was one or the other.
Yeah.
And it was Dawson was Rosie was 93%. Dawson was 79%. Brayshaw was even 68%.
Yeah.
And Dacos was up in the 60s too. So they've all... Yeah. Most teams have at least 4 genuine guns.
The guy in first has Dawson, Dacos, Brayshaw, Rose.
Yeah.
Oliver, Chera.
But that's what all the top teams do.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't know how that's happened. I don't know where I've gone I think it's just your starting picks at the end of the day. You can just... It's just... Yeah.
Too many of those 600k shooters, I think, for me.
I think learnings next year for, if we have opening round and all that BS again, it's guns and rooks pretty heavy.
I think because you get away with it. Well, because I bet you those teams at the top probably had a bunch of stinker rookie scores that they never even had to worry about.
You just got to pick good rooks, obviously.
But it was a good year for rookies. No, it's definitely something I need to go to the top a bit more.
Yeah, something to look at. Mm-hmm. But thankfully you're on the 100 back from 100, so we'll see how we go. Still hope.
No. Yep. You're on fire.
Trades.
My trades, don't care at the moment, to be honest. Why would anyone want to know my trades?
Oh.
Woe is me.
Oh, that is full woe is me. That's very sad.
Fine, I'll tell you my trades. My trades are currently, and this is advice to not do, Corey Warner, which is pretty harsh on the back of a 74, but I actually don't know which rookie to move.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's going to Finnabus, and then Briggsy is going to Rowan Marshall, because the only way I come back into this is with a big Road Dog 150, and we know that Rowan is capable of a monster.
Ooh, big Road Dog 150.
Look, he's got a break even of 130 and a last 5 of 85, so on paper, now that I look at it closer, that's probably a ridiculous move, but fuck it. It's 930k Rowan.
Yeah, okay.
I'd rather die with Rowan in my team.
Well, my trades, I'm going to be going a rookie downgrade upgrade. It's looking like Levi, Ashcroft and Murphy Reid will be making way.
Yeah.
If I went to, say, like around a 300k rookie, I'll have about 940k to work with. So
if you went to the bottom, you'd be around $1 million.
Yeah. But I don't think I'd go for a $1 million player just to keep that value.
Right. Because I don't see any rookies that are worth paying up for. Like, I think
that's
the way it's going at the moment, you're going to the bottom.
So there's
unless like one of those Tigers boys
367k, and then that would give me 890. But that's surely not worth it.
No, you're not going there.
So someone's going to have to present themselves.
Someone will.
Maybe Smiley.
So
maybe.
Who are you? So let's say your budget was $1 million. Who are you looking at? You could be going for a value guy too.
$1 million.
Who are you looking at?
I don't know. I don't know. Who would you think?
Oh fuck! Live trading on the pod. Who we got? $1 million. Zork. You probably can't get to Zork. He's one I would consider.
I don't think I'd go up for $1 million.
I don't think. See, like a Nick Martin. He was poor.
Nah, I couldn't do it.
Really poor. You wouldn't go for Lockie Neal. Lockie Ash.
Yeah,
but
maybe.
That's bold for at 980. That feels like that's about what he's at.
It's a big week here. Whoever I trade in.
But then you've already got Petraka. Josh Dacos?
Yeah, Josh Dacos might be the man. Fuck, that would be gutsy, though.
It's actually a very good point that I think from Wanger at 1 million and 1.012.
Yeah.
Under that, as soon as you get to that price, there's a bunch of names. If you can't get to that, it's tough.
It is tough. So is it
Tom Stewart was really poor again, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, we didn't mention him.
Completely forgot. 44 points. He dropped 45k. We actually should have mentioned him because a lot of people have had him from that 9.
Most people have probably dropped off by now.
And he's now gone 108. No, people have held him because it's Tom Stewart for 750k. I was considering it as an upgrade. 60-44.
Well, he's done.
Last 5 is 63. That's shit. He is really shit.
Yeah. Well, mate, I don't know. I don't know. It
sounds like you've got some trading to do.
I think might have to play the fixtures into the buys. Maybe have a look at structures as well.
True.
But yeah, I've got a little bit of money to work with, so it's pretty good.
Okay. All right, and we'll finish off with the mailbag. Just get the viewers' rants out of the way. Starting with the King, West Aussie. Rookie rule out. So he's obviously been done by one of his rookies. It's the usual things, but fuck me, what could have been.
Yeah.
It's always what could have been. Hey, lads. Hope you had a great weekend. I didn't. Decided to bring Tom Stewart back in this week. That is slightly controversial, but as a value player, fair enough. He wasn't in my trade plans till the morning of Anzac Day, but I did it anyways because, value. He's straight back out this week. I suck.
Oh, God.
I mean, that's my Briggsy areas, really, isn't it? Shocking. Yeah,
that's pretty bad.
That's a shocker.
Not ideal.
No. Jack, his little love affair with Riley Sanders, it's been a real up and down journey. But sorry, Mr. Sanders, a week is a long time in football. Called it last week. I said I love you until you inevitably drop a 50 this week. Well, I was wrong. You scored 51. I'll take the extra point. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend. You have never been the one for me. I mean, that's probably all you can say, isn't it, really?
So he's done.
Take the 130. See you later.
He sent him packing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Justice.
Jambo said, I still have Matt Rao. That's all. Fuck, what did he score?
Did we miss Matt Rowell as well? 62.
Holy shit. What did George score this week?
Matt Rowell scored 62 and Anderson scored like 78.
Can you check what George scored for me this week, please, while I continue? Tim went full tilt after watching Briggs and Stone's second halves last night. Oh, mate, you're telling me. Didn't take Stone's E. Instead thought, let's completely cook my team. Trading in Stewart for Reid to avoid having to worry about these defensive rookies on field. See, that's the thing. Like last week, Zach Reid 30, someone else had a stinker and Traynor had 2.
Yeah.
I can't remember who the other one was.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden this week it's back to 70s and 80s from your defensive rooks.
Yeah, but that's rookie roulette for you, right?
Exactly.
That's why you got to get him off your field. George scored 2068.
Also, I got him. Yeah. That's when you know it's shit. Damon said, watching Briggs play is like paper cuts to the eyes. Yeah, I fully agree, mate.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to trade him out this week. Go fucking oath. You're going to have to. He's going to be a red dot.
Yeah.
Dutchie said, after being 61st after round 2 and 2,900 at the end of this round. Oh, no. So that's a fuck.
Where was he after last round?
So he was 60th after the second round, and he's 3,000th now after this round. Raul, do I trade him back out or just keep ditching the rooks? You got to keep ditching the rooks. You just
have to hope he produces something. I think.
Hope he finds some grassy fancies. I don't know. Brought him in for a 74C a few weeks back.
Not sure what that means.
I don't know what that means. I might be missing something, missing the joke there. Think I'll probably hold the spud, turn Garcia and Davo into a big dog. The 20 sub score hurt more. See, that's bullshit.
Yeah, Garcia.
Fucking Ross line.
Yep.
Any others here? Pax said, have you ever had the VC... God, can people fucking... Is this me not being able to read? Had the VC... AC set, but then got locked out of last second trade, so it resets. Okay, so you've had the VC set and the C set, but you've got locked out of last second trade, so then you reverse the trades and it reverses your captain to last week, because that has happened to me before. Yeah,
roll back.
It happened.
Got to be careful.
There was one round earlier this year where, because I know, like, I think a couple of it's gotten people we know before, and it almost got me at the start of. I think it was when I was captaining Gorn in round 1.
Right.
And it was lucky I double-checked, because I don't know why it does that. So he ended up going the straight C on merit,
Jesus.
which I guess was okay.
Yeah.
But you'd be annoyed.
Yeah.
You'd be annoyed. And, that's about it. So, yeah, thanks for coming along with me on that journey, Dave.
Yeah, no problems, mate. Glad I could be here for you.
Look, you've given me some good support this weekend, so I really appreciate that.
That's all right.
Because I know, well, actually, it might not turn around. You might just be up the top every week. And honestly, hopefully so, because...
Well, fingers crossed. We'll see how we go.
We'd love to see a wash-up member.
Well,
a wash-up member up there.
Yeah, hopefully we can stay up for as long as possible and we can have some stuff to go along.
Yeah.
But
forewarning, it can be the hope that kills you. So
I agree.
When you if you cop a bad week, it'll hurt.
It'll be a dark week.
Oh, yeah.
And it'll be a big blow up. A massive blow up.
And you just need to hope that George's off at dinner again.
Yeah.
All right, legends.
All right, cheers guys.
Thanks for
you very
listening.
much.
We're going to get out of here.
Have a good week.
All right. See ya.